And then is it this bicep?
Either one. I was trying to.
Do you have a preference, right or left? No?
Whatever I can get to.
And then once I've
I say I'm ambidextrous.
kind of felt my way through this just to see. And his were tight because he didn't do a curl, so all this attachment down here was real tight. But just trying to make it easy on myself. And I don't necessarily want to be right into is it the antecubital space? Is that what it's called? See, it makes me sound smart.
Yeah.
Antecubital, I don't know if it means in Latin though. I'm going to cover him up, and then I'm going to be just above, kind of about here. But I could do this anywhere on the bicep.
Right.
And what I did is I came out, and
Your leg on top.
I'll usually put this leg back. This seems to work best for me. So it's not behind my knee. It's actually just a little bit above, almost like in my hamstring insertions. And I can lean in right there. But if I lean in,
Your elbows on.
if I lean in, like I can reinforce. How's that pressure there?
Pretty tight.
Because like I can bend my knee, but if I straighten my leg and lift, how's that pressure? What happens if I lift
They get more
down,
direction.
There you go.
up?
Twisting. It's a cross-friction fiber.
Yeah. And then I can also lengthen it, like straight a little bit. Is that too much? Too much right there? There we go. Once you've got somebody with a real specific injury, you have to kind of, it's minutia. It's like more communication and then like more specific tools to like work with them on whatever's going on. People will have a lot of stuff just held in their tissues that you can work with them on and really increase their quality of life if you take your time and work with them. But see, something like this is where it gets interesting to me, because to me this is completely Thai in a sense, but like I made this up. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do this specifically. This the same way. But there's so many different ways to use your body. You just continue to kind of play and be creative. Now, what if I lift you and kind of pull you into me?
It's more direct.
Is that better?
Yeah, I mean, it's just direct. So it's more to the point. I like when you're pushing the hand down, it just put that little pressure on it.
That way? Pushing the hand down, you said?
Yeah, when my hand was flat.
Oh, like this.
Hold it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's,
Lengthening it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Repetitively.
And then usually this broad compression, because my leg is bigger than his arm, it'll start to form a tourniquet and they'll lose a little bit of blood flow. Sometimes their fingertips will get cold, they'll get a little tingly, just like you fall asleep on your arm at night. And then I'll just slowly, just rot, just get a little gangrene, it'll be totally fine. We have antibiotics now.
So you hold it up and then you turn it to get different.
Yeah, and then also like rotation. Yeah, because so what I would start to tell people, and I'm going to back off slowly, and you'll see it probably pinked up a little bit, a little blood flow through there. Yeah. When you're dealing with muscle fibers, I would tell students that muscles cause movement, so we use movement to access those muscles. And they were so confused. You're a yoga teacher, you know this as well as I do. But the massage therapists, very confused. They're like, I don't
Ooh, that's a
it's like they're thinking like two-dimensionally about like a three-dimensional object. Yeah. There you go. So this leg, if we can have her leg in just a little bit, there you go. And here's what will happen. We'll do that. But if this leg, it allows more internal rotation more easily. There you go.
Now I can.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
And it's always the greater trochanter.
Greater trochanter.
Yeah, it's always like if a trochanter is like here, you want to be like above it and then kind of posterior to it. So when I was doing this to you, it was almost like I was tilting your hips up and over so I could press into the gluteals. There you go. And just give feedback. It was too much, too little. What size shoe you wear?
12.
12. I knew it was bigger. My feet, my 10.
Stay on that. Okay, yeah, that was amazing. Oh yeah. That's right in my hip flexor.
Yeah.
Get in
So
there.
instead of the toes, can you lean into the ball of the foot? And then the thing is, do you need something sharper? Well, I don't think she does. She's making a
Oh,
face.
that feels very nice.
There you go.
Oh,
Because you
yeah.
should be able to get it to a point where it's like you can lean in with the ball of the foot and just hang in that spot.
Woo.
There you go. And then that jostle I was doing with you can, if she wants.
Yeah, that's good.
But I find this will give me more long term.
Yeah.
This is like they're just not strong enough. I'll use that for nuance and movement. Yeah. It's like using your hands, like pressing with your fingers.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, it's
okay.
That feels very lovely. Crazy stuff. I want him to do some stuff on the back there. That feels so good. I'll scoot this way. That feels so good. Man, your toes are cold. Yeah, they're cold.
How far do you go up with this?
So usually right around the iliac crest. Sometimes I will use my feet in a different way, like in the QL and this spot over here. But that's like working on a very different muscle group than like gluteals and hip. It's always just right around here. Usually in my work, even though I was taught like some sequences by my original teacher, those sequences are kind of loosely replicated in my workbooks and DVDs. She gave me permission to improvise. And what I kept doing was I said, okay, let's make it as completely effective for the client as possible. And then I said, let's make it as easy on my body as possible. And when those two crossed, I was like, do that again and again and again and again and again. And that was how my business grew. And I kept teaching that. And for some reason, people kept saying, but that's not Thai massage. And I'm like, well, if it eases suffering, I think that goes to the heart of Buddhism. I'm going to go teach that. It's like the cultural context wasn't as important to me, especially in Central Texas. We were having those cultural conversations. They're so interesting to me. I love talking to people of different ethnicities or genders or like ancestry, just because they have such different like views on the world based on where they grew up or like little cultural factors.
That feels very nice. Really.
Yeah.
They're so tired.
How's it look? How's it look?
No, looks good. He looks like jelly. You softened him up. He has no more resistance in his body.
Okay, let's see. Isn't nobody else has other questions? Ask some questions so we can learn. Maybe ask questions. Let's see some. Can you do some twists?
Twists? Yeah, what are you having problems with?
Nothing. I just want to see what you got.
Okay, lay on your back for me.
I'm getting my $10 worth.